Oh my word. A member of the NixOS moderation team, well, I should say a past member of the NixOS moderation team, but he still has moderation access, has let his mask slip. He has divulged the real motivation for why the activists over in the NixOS Linux distribution world have been doing this regular series of rolling coups in order to kick people out of leadership positions at NixOS. This guy in the moderation team did it. The current moderation team is doing it. It's just a constant ongoing thing. I'm going to read it to you right now. It is not because of this one company which produces weapons, he says, but because, quote, they are on the Trump side of the ongoing American culture war, end quote. Right? So he's made it very clear that the reasoning here for why they're trying to kick out their elected board members, they call them the steering committee, but it's basically a board of directors. They want to kick them out. They already kicked out the founder of the project, and the reason, and they've banned a ton of people, myself included, and I was never even part of the project, which feels special to me. I believe I'm the only person to ever been preemptively banned from an open source project. I think I am the only one where that has occurred, where multiple open source projects and foundations, including NixOS and a few others, have banned me before I ever created an account or had any involvement with them. It's a feather in my cap right there. But they made it clear that they are doing so not because of technical differences, not because of differences in codes of conduct or moderation something or other, or differences in governance styles. No. The real reason, the root of it is, quote, because they are on the Trump side of the ongoing culture war, the ongoing American culture war. That's ridiculous. It is utterly ridiculous and preposterous that is happening. It is stupid. It is really, really stupid. I mean, how would all of them respond if, I don't know, let's say Open Mandriva, what if Linus changed his politics tomorrow? What if instead of being the open communist that he is, sorry, Linus, you are, he decided, you know what, I like Republicans. Republicans are tight. The only thing I like better than Republicans are libertarians. What if Linus goes that route? And then he decides, you know what, I'm going to start kicking out everybody who voted for Kamala Harris. They're on the Harris-Biden side of the American culture war, so we got to kick them out. If they did that, that would be insane. But here's what's crazy about it. If Linus did that tomorrow, if he came out and said, oh, they're on the Biden-Harris side of the American culture war, all of the leftist activists would be up in arms. This guy, this Hexa guy from over on NixOS, and all the other NixOS moderation team members who are all leftist activists, near as I can tell, they would all be pissed off about it. But you know what? So would I. Here's the thing. Most of the conservatives and right-leaning people I know, we wouldn't like that either. We want no politics in our software. We want our software to stand on the software's sake, meritocracy and all that. So everyone would be upset about it. I think that's really telling. That is profoundly telling about the differences in the strategy and the ethics and the motivating factors of the different sides here. One side just wants everyone to be able to get along, to work on software together, and ignore whatever politics are happening outside. And then there's the other side, who wants to kick people out who are on the Trump side. It's ridiculous. In other NixOS news, I'm going to read this post that came through over on the NixOS GitHub yesterday. Quote, due to recent events, many contributors could not work as much on release-related changes as they actually wanted, and we think that it would be a good idea to move the feature freeze and release by 1 week, so that we have enough time to get in everything that we want in this release. Okay, in short, due to recent events, they're delaying the release of NixOS. Now, many of you are going, recent events, what could that be? Well, it's the attempted coup. It's the attempted coup that has been going on because a bunch of people that are unelected moderators in NixOS dislike anyone who was on the Trump side and has to kick them out. Because of that, they are having a delayed release. In theory, it's just a week. We'll see if it actually ends up being just a week. I don't know. My guess is it'll probably be a little longer because, man, it's just chaos. And NixOS is supposed to have an election in like 8 or 9 days, something like that. It's chaos over there, man. It's sad seeing what otherwise were good quality projects. Like, I'm not a huge NixOS man. Like, I don't use NixOS, but I've used it enough. I've kicked the tires to say, hey, this has some technical merit. This has some real value and quality to it. A lot of corporations use it. Some agencies that do work for the government use it. A whole lot of just Linux users and developers use it and love it. And it's sad to see it being destroyed from the inside out by unelected leftist activists who are committing a coup repeatedly. This is like their third coup attempt in the last couple of weeks, strictly because some people are on the Trump side. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that it's happening. It's really ridiculous that absolutely no other tech news outlets are covering that any of this is even happening, that whole parts of the Linux and open source world are tearing themselves apart simply because of the extreme politics of a small group of people. They're just ripping everything apart. And Verge and Wired and the Register and R's and Tom's and none of them are covering it. Not a bit of it. Even the Linux podcasts, they're not really covering it. The Linux YouTubers, they're not really covering it. The Linux tech journalists, they're not really covering it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much of an impact these are having on the contributors to the projects, the users of the projects, the corporations that rely on the projects, and they're not getting covered. What's up with that? But thankfully, because of all of you, it does get covered. So go to lunduke.com and click on some links where you can subscribe to the Lunduke Journal for free. Always for free on YouTube and Substack and X and Rumble and Locals and Patreon and Fountain and iTunes and Spotify. And I probably missed a couple of. There's a podcast RSS feed, free across the board, or you can become a paid subscriber and get some free ebooks and some forum access and a couple other little fun goodies. Thank you to the subscribers, by the way. I really couldn't do this without you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerds and nerdettes across the vast and gloriously expansive intertube of our series of tubes and broadcast.